Welcome to the Strength for Life podcast, where smart strength training meets real life. We're Dr. Matt and Nicole Klingberg, founders of Village Fitness and Physical Therapy. Here, you'll learn what really works in the gym, at home, and for life. Welcome to the Strength for Life podcast. Today, we have two very special guests with us, Dennis and Suzy Voorhees. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. So if you guys don't mind, just introduce yourselves, and I'd love to know how old you are and how long you've been training at Village, how long you've been strength training for.
I'm Suzy Voorhees. I've been, I don't know, how long have we been training?
Me a little bit longer than you.
Yeah.
I think I started maybe 2018.
Yeah, so I was probably a couple years later, but not as consistent.
Yeah.
So a long time. For 2018, that's 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how many kids do you guys have?
I have two and he has two. So
Yes, we have a blended family of
I love it.
4. At no point did they all live with us, but we had 3 boys living with us
At one point.
for a long time.
Okay. Which is
Yeah.
why you have a fun backyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's for the grandkids. That's for Dennis and the
Yeah,
grandkids.
yeah.
The fun part of the backyard really didn't happen until I retired. But
Yeah. And
Yeah.
tell us what'd you guys do for work before you retired? So you're both retired now or
Dennis is
semi-retired?
semi-retired.
Yeah, Dennis can't stop working. But yeah, what'd you guys do for work?
Go ahead.
veterinary medicine.
Yeah, we did veterinary medicine. I'm a veterinarian. Suzy was a practice manager. And before that, the best nurse I ever had, hands down.
Suzy was?
hmm
Oh.
And we ruined that for her.
By having her manage the practice? Yeah.
And it was not my idea. My partner, we had a practice manager suddenly quit. And he walked downstairs, grabbed Suzy, walked her upstairs, said, "This is your new office." And she stopped being a nurse.
Wow.
Never mindset, though. Your mindset, I don't think, ever changed from nursing.
Yeah, it's always the animals that
Yeah.
kept me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did you have your practice?
I joined that practice 1 year. I practiced in Northern California, which is where I met Suzy.
Okay.
In 1982, I worked a year there in Auburn, California. And then I was
beautiful
in
place.
Whittier for the remainder of my career until I retired, semi-retired, whatever it is that
Yeah.
I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So 40 plus years there.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah.
And were you guys active like your whole, life, or do you feel like you just became active in the last 6 to 8 years?
I was never active, never really an athlete. I mean, I did dance when I was young, but
That counts.
Not an athlete, not active at all
Okay.
till I started here.
Love it. What about you, Dennis?
I was a high school athlete.
Okay.
I ran track, cross country, got cut from a baseball team, that kind of thing. And continued to be fairly active throughout college.
Mm-hmm.
And then work happened and, structured activity, not so much. So for a good portion of 20 years, Thursday nights, they'd find me on a softball field. I played in a co-ed softball team for years and years and years. But that was it. And my body changed and I went through yo-yo, I call it. I'd gain weight. I'd find some magic diet.
Mhm.
Remember the one that if you had a mother, you could eat it? That was the big phrase.
I've never heard of this one.
It was all
So
protein. It was just
Yeah.
If
meat
it had a
or
mother, you could
eggs.
eat it. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I'd lose weight.
Yeah.
Isn't it if they had a face?
I don't know what it was.
Something like
that. But I would do that. I'd lose weight. Then there was another one that came in boxes. Remember those boxes? There were hundreds of boxes in our garage that I was not eating.
Yeah.
Nutrisystem?
Nutrisystem.
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
I did that.
Wow.
Lost weight on that.
Everyone would lose weight on that if they
Yeah.
follow it.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I'd stop because
Yeah.
it tastes like ugh.
Yeah.
and their little snacks were only like this big, and I would have sugar cravings, and Then I had the McDonald diet for a while, and I would regain the weight. I was horrible. I never did anything with any consistency until Village.
Mhm.
And I think, truth be told, when I started Village, I didn't have high expectations. I'd already burned through 2 or 3 different gym memberships that I joined and then didn't go to. I had really no expectation that I would stick with it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, when he came home with, I joined this gym, whatever. I didn't really pay any attention until he stayed with it for a while.
Yeah. But at that time I was working, we had moved into the new building. I was putting about 60 hours a week in.
You were busy when you started.
Yeah.
And, and nobody would work the swing shift, and we were open until 11 midnight, and so, I wanted to keep it going. So I worked the swing shift, and I'd get off work and then I'd try to go to, I think Dan was the coach most often that I got. And it was like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I missed a lot. I think if you go back through my attendance way back then, it's like, who's this guy? He shows up once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. But you didn't quit.
I didn't quit.
You kept coming.
And I thought, honestly, for those out there, I thought the premise, they want me to be friends with people in group, or they want us to support one another. That's not going to work. And then you'd start to see, well, it's kind of nice to see these people pulling for each other. And it is kind of nice to have the same face or a familiar face. And so, and I've ended up deciding, kind of in a nutshell, I think you guys have knocked it out of the park with your business model.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
And this is from a guy who built a practice, expanded that practice from 6 veterinarians to 13, 40 employees to 105, and realized that you can't do it by yourself. We had a leadership team and practice manager, and we'd have a weekly meeting, and I learned to delegate and all of that. And I look at your business model and what you've done, and I have nothing but admiration for you. And the one thing I would say is, because you're always tweaking. I was always tweaking. And sometimes you put the wrong tweaks in. And I was like, that didn't work. And veterinary medicine changed while we were doing all of this. COVID changed everything.
Yeah.
But I look at what you've done, and home run.
Oh, thank you.
So what did both of you guys, how did you feel on a daily basis? Like, did you feel like you had energy, you were lacking energy? And then what were some of the things that you started to see shift once you did start consistently strength training?
I think there's a world of difference. Again, we work too much. Very long hours. I didn't eat well. I didn't have the same issues that Dennis did.
Yeah.
But I didn't eat well. I was not active at all. And so much has changed now. I mean, since we're retired, and I do have much more time to work out, and I am consistent with my, working out 3 days a week, and everything is easier.
Yeah.
Everything is easier. Getting up from the floor, bringing in the groceries. I mean, just every day tasks are so much easier. And I'm stronger, and, you can see your muscles build, and that's really cool. I've never had muscles before.
Yeah. I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
What about you, Dennis?
Well, I had some injuries along the way, and I had, when I was at Davis, I played intramurals like everybody else did, and I I tore my retinacular fibers, and I'd already had a meniscal surgery years before, and they just opened up my leg. And then when he was done, he's like, okay, so you're going to have to strength train a little bit. No PT, no nothing. All the work was done at the Student Medical Center at Davis. And so I always had this leg that was weaker and smaller. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of accepted that. And there's still a little bit of that, but over time, it's gotten stronger. Mm-hmm. And I've had a couple of, slip and falls along the way in the mountains at the cabin, or at a cabin, not the one that we own now, and that setback, and then have to start all over again. Mm-hmm. So there's been a few challenges, and I think I'm stronger than I've ever been.
That's
awesome.
Wow.
I always saw myself as a runner, not any kind of weight trainer, not any kind of strong guy. My roommate was the strong guy when I was in college. I was the guy that could run, and never been able to do a pull-up. I've never been able to do a pull-up until this year. And
wow.
At the end of last year, I did one when we tested.
Yeah.
I did one pull-up. Now I can do 5.
You hit the standard?
Uh-huh.
Have you tested this standard yet?
But I can.
When
do
do
5.
we test pull-ups?
We just tested it.
So it won't be for 6 months.
Almost
Probably.
a year, like 9 months.
Oh, really? Okay. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to have to give you an honorary gold if you can prove it after this.
That's awesome. What are your guys' numbers these days for squat, deadlift, overhead press?
I don't remember.
Just give us a ballpark. I know you're squatting over 100.
I think I was right about 100.
Right about 100.
Maybe,
What was
more.
your goal that we set?
I'm terrible with numbers. 114? Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Do you know what you're deadlifting right now?
I want to say in the 60 range.
Okay.
I don't think I'm at 70 yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. An overhead press?
Overhead press is by far the hardest for me.
Me too.
And I think I'm at 30.
Okay.
And I'm struggling.
Yeah, that's okay. Dennis, what about you?
I can deadlift 200. I think that's what I'm at right now, 200. Squat's the most. I just did 105.
Nice.
And then with the milestone is 118. Pretty sure I'll hit that this quarter.
Yeah.
And then overhead press, what I did it yesterday, 69.
Impressive.
Nice job.
And I don't know if you guys shared how old you are, but if you don't mind sharing your ages, I'm sure everyone would love to hear.
I'm 60.
40.
60? Okay.
I am 3 months shy of 70.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the same age as my pops.
Yeah.
Same year. He turned 70 this year.
Yeah. So April 16th, day after tax.
That's
wow.
great.
That's a big birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. My son wants to have a big party for me. He called me and he's like, we really got to do a party. I'm like, why? And he said, 70's a lot.
That's a big birthday.
It is.
It's like, we don't know how much long. Really?
Like I'm the strongest I've ever been.
Yeah. And when he said that, I challenged him, bike, jog, whatever you want to do, let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you shared your strength numbers. The reason I wanted to do that was to set you up to answer this question, which is what effect does that have on your life? Those are, because lifting weights just to lift weights is somewhat silly, but I want to know, like, does that actually have an impact on your day to day? Like, how do you feel getting up and down from the ground compared to other people your age? How do you feel lifting a suitcase, into the overhead bin when you travel?
Well, they also do a lot of things at the beach and in the
Yeah.
mountains.
How do you
Right,
feel
yeah.
just doing stuff? And be honest, like what is the actual impact in your life day to day?
You first.
Everything is easier.
Yeah.
Like I said, just all of those things, going up and down stairs, getting up from the ground is one of the biggest things.
Is it how are you getting up and down from the ground? No issues?
No issues.
Okay, cool. So
No
frankly, a
issues.
lot of people that are 60 and almost 70 can't get on the ground.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's really sad because it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah. It's everything is so much more of a non-issue,
Mm.
and it comes slowly, but it's I definitely can feel the difference. And like I said, groceries, simple everyday activities are just much easier.
Mhm.
I don't have to bring in as many groceries.
Yeah.
It's like, get them yourself.
Yeah.
Or she'll just carry them in. I'm like, you could have called me. I would have helped.
Yeah.
But no.
She's a strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something interesting, if you want to be able to do the stuff you're doing now in 20 years, when you're almost 90 and you're 80, it's like it needs to be easy now. Like if you want to be able to get up and down from the ground in 20 years, now it has to be easy. And so you need to train such that you have enough strength and mobility that the things you want to be able to do in the future are easy now. And so it's cool to hear that you're finding a lot of the day-to-day stuff is like, oh, that's easy. It's not a problem.
And travel is a lot easier, lugging your suitcases through the airport and, lifting them. All of that is much easier.
Dennis, is your job still pretty physical when you are working?
Depends on the place that I work at, because I do relief work. Sometimes I do more physical than not. Most of the physicality involves standing in one position because I do a lot of surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not moving and I'm on my legs a lot. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I think that the significant thing there, one is weight loss, from 188 to this morning, 154. And that's huge.
Yeah.
But also strength. And, like when we go to the mountains, I fish and I'm not a very good fisherman. I will fully admit that. There are guys that are out there.
Me neither.
That can catch fish no matter what. And you go I'm on the Eastern Sierra and you go to Owens River and everybody's catching fish around me, but I'm not smart enough to present a fly well enough that they're going to get my fly.
Nicole's claim to fame is that she's never seen me catch a fish.
I have not.
She always like, why are you bringing your fishing pole? I've never seen you catch a fish. I'm like, it's not about you.
I know, every
I don't need
single
to catch a fish
backpacking
to
trip,
enjoy
he
this.
brings the rod and you never catch a fish.
So
That's
Maybe
valid.
it's you.
yeah,
Maybe
That's
it
the
is.
problem.
I'm your bad luck charm.
You're the bad luck charm.
Yeah, see,
I am.
but Dennis gets me.
So
But
I
same,
outsmarted
Nicole.
these guys.
I've never seen.
You two are the problem. That's what's going on. I know, I get it.
So what I figured is, these guys that are really good, a lot of them are gentlemen my age that are maybe not in good physical condition.
Mhm.
So I had this bright idea: go where they can't. So I hike up Paiute Pass 4 miles, and I'm at a lake where there's nobody else.
Mm.
And when I fish that lake, I catch fish
Mhm.
almost every cast.
Mhm.
And it's like,
No
A,
one there to witness
No.
it.
I have
We're going to
pictures.
need pictures.
I
We're going to
have
need
pictures.
pictures.
But the thing is, you go where there's no pressure. Okay, so these guys aren't smart enough. The fish haven't trained to, so they just bite anything. So
Yeah.
that's what I figured out. I'll go where these other guys can't go. There's not a lot of pressure. I have fun, and I can hike up 4 miles and no problem at all.
That's awesome.
And I figured that's one of the enjoyments. Hiking, well, you guys hike, so it's easy. When I'm doing what I'm doing, There is a huge difference. Used to be I would only step up with my left leg when you're going up a trail. My strong leg would be the leg that I would step up on.
Okay.
And I would, going downhill, I would stop, turn, step down. I just go down.
That's awesome.
I go up, I go down. Doesn't matter which, it's whatever leg hits that is due to take the next step. I don't have to stop and readjust. It's just go.
Yeah.
So that's
great.
a huge difference from where it used to be.
I love it. That's awesome. So it sounds like you guys are now both consistently strength training 3 days a week. Do you do anything else outside of that? Sounds like hiking. Is there any other like regular physical activity that you guys have incorporated into your life?
I have this semi little home gym that Justin told me, if you really want to do a push-up, you're going to have to do more than we're doing in group training. So I started, and we go up to the beach. We're fortunate enough to have the beach house too. And when we miss time at Village, we go to Planet Fitness and do whatever workout we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing in order to learn how to do a pull-up, I can do push-ups on the ground now too.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I haven't gone to below but I can do them on the ground.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
I love it.
I use the weight, take a little bit of weight off machines to start with my assisted pull-ups. Because I didn't have bands that I could use, so I was doing those, and all of a sudden, it got less and less and less, and I could do a pull-up.
I love it. That's awesome.
Now I can do 5. I struggle on the 5th one. So some days it's better than others.
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys have really made strength training like a priority in your life, even when you're traveling and all of that, which is awesome.
Yeah, I got a membership at Planet Fitness that allows me to bring her. If she's nice to me, she can.
Yeah. I love it. What other health changes have you guys made in the last, say, 10 years? 8 to 10 years.
How we eat.
How we eat. But that's not the last 10 years.
Okay.
In all seriousness, probably the last 2.
Maybe.
I mean, we started going to Cassie's.
When did you retire? Was that about 2 years
started
ago?
going, it was like 22 is when I
Semi-retired.
in quote, retired.
Yeah.
So like last 3 to 4 years.
We started to eat a little bit better. And then it has we've slowly embraced it.
Okay.
My daughter's a boarded nutritionist.
Okay.
She'd like shake her head at how I ate.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad.
She didn't like the McDonald's?
Not a fan of the
No.
McDonald's. She was, just, I have a lot of poor eating habits, a fondness for sweets. In fact, you told me something once about how you add creamer to your coffee. And I would not give up that French vanilla flavored Nestle.
That 95% of Americans drink with their coffee,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it up until you told me that. And I tried it. And I'm hooked.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you just do coffee with heavy cream?
Heavy cream. That's it.
It's
No
the
sugar.
best.
No. That's it. And I confine myself to 2 cups.
Okay. That's great.
That's it.
Okay.
But that was a game changer for me, because I would go through that stuff and I knew it was bad. My daughter would tell me it was bad. Everything you read said, this is not good.
Yeah.
That was one of the last things to go.
Yeah. What other dietary changes have you guys made?
I think our dinners, our meals are different than they used to be.
What did they look like before, and then what do they look like now? Like, what's a typical dinner for you guys?
A protein and veggies,
Love it.
primarily.
Yeah. We have chicken or
I thought you were going to say octopus. That's just on the weekends.
That's I've had octopus. It's a little chewy for me, but but like chicken or steak or some meat, fish.
Yeah.
Rarely. She doesn't like fish,
No,
but
I don't care for fish.
Yeah.
That's a hard one for me.
I got a box coming every month, so
Yeah.
Where do you get that from?
wild caught Alaska.
Oh, is it a fish box?
The fish box.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And have you liked it?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'd be lying if I said I go through the whole box. And
Yeah.
we're accumulating fish.
Okay. Okay.
I like salmon.
Yeah.
And with all the fish you catch too, it's, just, it's tough to eat the other fish because you've got to eat that. I have the same problem. Same problem here. So
Oh my goodness.
it's tough.
Yeah.
And I did meet with Casey.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so she helped, look at food differently.
Mhm.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
So protein and veggies, it sounds like. What do you guys typically have like for breakfast and lunches?
I don't eat 3 meals.
Okay.
Jeez.
Do you too?
Two.
Yes.
You do too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will have like I'll make myself a sandwich with turkey, or I cook a lot of tri-tip in the smoker, and I'll use that as a slice of that.
Okay.
And the other thing is peanut butter.
Okay. There you go. Love it.
And then I have I stumbled onto this bread. Is it roux? It's a high fiber bread.
Okay.
And it also comes by mail.
Mail order.
Okay. There you go. Things
By
you can get in the
delivery.
mail these days.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Isn't it
But-
Royo? ROYO.
That's it. Yeah, ROYO.
Okay.
And each slice is 15 grams of fiber.
Wow.
a
That's
lot.
awesome. That
That's
is
a
a lot.
lot.
Yeah.
Tastes a little bit like cardboard, but you can get used to it.
Oh,
And
man.
it's not so I don't eat it all the time, but when I feel like, that's what I should be eating to try and I struggle with 30 grams of fiber.
Mhm.
Trying to get
That's hard.
It's
It
not
is hard.
easy. It's easier to get 100 grams of protein than it is
Mhm.
30 grams of fiber.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I have a shake, Flav City.
Okay.
I have one of those shakes usually once a day.
Nice. Cool. And we were talking previously and before the show about GLP-1’s, like Ozempic. What's another one? That's the only one.
Tirzepatide.
Tirzepatide.
Yeah.
When did you guys were telling me that you started taking those? I want to know kind of what that experience has been like, how much of your weight loss has been that, and I have a few other follow-up questions.
It's been very helpful for me. It felt like it didn't matter, how consistent I was at the gym and, how I ate. Weight wasn't coming off. And more importantly, my A1C was continuing to creep up. So I got to a 6.0 and I talked to my doctor about it. And after, postmenopause, it just, nothing was working well. So when I started the tirzepatide, I lost 40 pounds total. And my A1C went down to 5.2. So I was no longer in the pre-diabetic range, which for me was huge.
That is
So
that's awesome.
But along with,
When did you start that?
last February. So it's been,
It's been about a year.
It's been a year now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you've been strength training through that whole
Strength training. Yeah.
time.
And I did lose muscle and that was hard.
Mhm.
That was hard. But I've gained it, muscle back and I feel, much better.
What makes you say that you lost muscle, and then what makes you say you've gained it back?
Both physically, I could see that, I'd lost muscle, and then I couldn't lift as much as I did previously.
Got it. Okay. But have you gotten back to where you were last
Yes.
February? Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then some.
And you're still down 40 pounds.
Down 40 pounds.
So you've probably gained all the muscle back that you lost, because muscle and
Probably.
strength are very tightly correlated.
Probably.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's great. And is this something that like you'll continue taking indefinitely, or is it
As
something that you'll?
As a maintenance dose.
Okay.
So a
Okay.
smaller amount. Yes.
Okay. So you're at the weight you would like to be at.
Yeah.
And strength wise. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So great. What about you, Dennis?
Pretty much same thing. I was jealous when she was dropping this weight. And it's like, dang. So well, I'll just fill out this stuff online. And I mean, she was like under a doctor's care and all that. And I just went online and because I wanted to be cheaper about it. and it worked. And now I'm down to a tiny little dose as well.
Okay.
Lost some muscle mass and kind of had to readjust what my standards were based on weight.
Well, they adjust based on your weight. Yeah.
And yeah, I've been at this weight. Actually, I dropped all the way to 148.
Okay.
And I was at 188. And I'm now at 154, 155. And I've been that way for 4 months.
Okay.
So definitely stronger. I'm doing things like I can hold a 90-second plank, and I wasn't doing that before. And this everything about, and I've never had any kind of bicep or anything like that. And it's like, dang, they're not huge. They're not Matt. But for a 70-year-old guy, or almost 70, she always tells me I advance my age all the time.
Yeah.
Not bad. I feel really like this is the best version of me in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Did
fantastic.
you do any like blood work or have any like health concerns before you lost all the weight and then now?
How much of the weight had you lost before February?
That was actually the tipping point. I was in a reverse, I had gone down to like 175 and I thought that's where I was.
Okay.
And I didn't think I was, I thought I was maintaining my 175 and I stepped on the scale and it was 188. And I'm like, I'm not maintaining at all. I'm in the wrong direction. That was the thing that made me finally say, okay, I'll try the injections.
Okay.
So I'll go back to one of the things my physician told me a long time ago, and he's 100% right, especially as it pertains to me. He says, you are not going to be able to exercise your way out of bad dietary choices. And you make bad dietary choices.
At least he told you that. He was honest.
He was straight up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, you're skinny, so you don't know the troubles I have. Last time I saw him, we both weighed the same. So
Yeah.
It was. I make bad dietary choices left to my own devices.
Yeah.
So it helps that we're eating better food. We're eating, and we are eating.
But you were doing that before, right? Or the changes you guys mentioned, are those since February?
No, we were definitely on a journey to eat better.
So
I might have had
eating
more
even better now.
Yeah, we're eating.
It's been a progression.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I probably had more slips with diet than Suzy.
That figures.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, it's true. I sort of have that kind of personality that, if one candy bar is good, 6 are better.
Yeah.
It's kind of, that's been present forever. So it really, and it helps that she's on board with strength training and that we're eating better and we don't have near the numbers of processed foods in our house that we once had. And all of that is
It does help that it's both of us together.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say I would have never done any of this without Dennis having started it.
Awesome.
Did you have, so back to my question, did you have blood work before you lost weight and then now? Have you had follow-up blood work since you've lost weight? Okay.
And my A1C went down. The diabetes isn't really in my family history like it is in hers, but A1C went down. I've always had pretty normal laboratory work. It's still
Okay.
pretty normal.
Okay.
But the one thing I can say is that A1C dropped. There was one other one. Trying to remember now.
So if
I
someone was
can remember.
considering, like was in a similar position and they're like, I want to take a GLP-1, I'm frustrated, I'm kind of stuck. What things would you tell them based on your experience to do?
I'm a proponent, but I would also say you don't stop exercise and strength training, because we've done that all throughout, and I think that's made a huge difference.
And then also would you say, Suzy, like making dietary changes as you're
or before,
or even before? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think I'm just going to take this, magic medicine and it's going to make me lose weight, and it will. Like it usually works. But if you're not eating well or exercising, specifically strength training, I think you're going to lose a lot of muscle, even more than you would otherwise.
And you really do lose, so much appetite.
Mm-hmm.
So you are eating less. So it's more important that what you are eating
is good,
is beneficial.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I do. I think that it has the potential to be a life-changing thing for a lot of folks. I think it was for us, but I also couldn't see. I talked to our doctor, Dr. Scott, and he said
that skinny guy.
He said that as soon as people stop, they'll gain weight. And I'm like, okay, so how do you not be that guy? Because the amount of GLP medication that we're on now is 20% of what maybe we started with. I mean, it's way down.
Yeah.
And we're still making the right dietary choices. So that's, I think, the key is keep working out and keep, doesn't give you an invitation to go back to McDonald's. Or, I mean, we're still, there's a meal a week, like we did it yesterday, street tacos.
Yeah.
Make a drive and I go pick up street tacos. I just don't pick up 8 street tacos.
Yeah.
And eat 2 of them on the way home and say I bought 6. I mean, I've done all of that.
Yeah.
So
it's funny.
Off a couple.
Yeah. Why do you feel like, so Dennis, it sounds like you had been at a lot of gyms. Why do you feel like, you kind of started strength training, and even though you maybe were more inconsistent when you were still working 60 hours a week, why do you feel like you stuck with it? Like, what was the thing was it like, you noticed changes in your body, how you felt? Like, what made this kind of be something that you've stuck with for the last 8 or 9 years?
Okay. I think it's you guys. And you guys, I don't mean just Nicole and Matt. I think having consistent people that train you, and that I mean, I tease him a lot, but I even have an admiration for Chuck, and it's like, okay, there's a part of this, want a little bit of approval here and saying, attaboy, keep going, keep trying, and I struggled through like the injuries stuff that I dealt with. I alluded to the leg, but there was the broken ribs when I was at the cabin. There was, we run into a few things, and the training is excellent. Okay.
Yeah. The fact that, I'm not sure how many are PTs, but there are several of them. We're being trained correctly. And so there's no injuries. Our injuries have been not because of weight training.
Yeah.
So I feel really comfortable trusting that the training that we're doing is good for us.
Yeah. You haven't had any injuries from strength training in the last 8 years?
I think I've tweaked my back a couple of times when I have lost form.
Mm-hmm.
And that is absolutely, I mean, when you're lifting and in particular, I remember just a couple of months ago, I tweaked my back on a deadlift, lowering the weight to the ground, because you make it up to the top and you don't really hold your form when you're going back to the ground. Yeah. You're going to, that's, the exercise has two parts, multiple parts, but there's an up and a down that need to be done properly.
Yeah.
And I've learned that. And you can have, just a momentary lapse, and when you're taught to focus throughout the exercise, there's a reason that you guys say to focus throughout the exercise. And believe me, because we've been to other gyms when we are on vacation and we look at you see some people with some absolutely horrific form and they're going to get hurt. And it's like, that's, and I don't run around saying you should be doing it this way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Suzy, what about you? Why do you feel like you've stuck with strength training and consistently over, you said maybe 6 years for you?
Probably, well, inconsistently for many of those years, but just seeing Dennis maintain consistency has really helped me with it. But and I'm not as social, with the group and the community, but I've grown to really like it. And it's nice to be with like the same trainer regularly and consistently. And then, it's obvious if you miss, so there's some accountability there as well. That helps. And then I really enjoy when we do benchmarks. So you see your progression and I wouldn't push myself as much, so, when the coach is, encouraging you, oh yeah, you can do 5 more. And I'm thinking, I could really do 1 more. And they're right. I could do 5 more, but I wouldn't push myself like that. So that's really helpful. And, seeing what I can do was really kind of a surprise for me.
Yeah. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And to follow up with that, you should hear her chatter about benchmark and about all of this. It's so great. This is so cool because literally lifting, that was her whole attitude to it. And to hear her now, you know what I did? I hit this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
it's fun now.
Yeah.
I never expected that.
Benchmark week and knowing that you have something to shoot for and you're progressing towards it, even if it's just an arbitrary number, that's motivating for you?
That is motivating.
Yeah. Me too. I think for a lot of people, just knowing that there's a stepping stone, which is our first goal, the milestone, which is the second goal, and the standard, that's very motivating for people to know, okay, you've given me a target to shoot for. And our hope is always that people feel like it's a target to shoot for and not the thing that defines them.
Right.
It's like some people may never hit the standard due to physical limitations or things that they have going on, and that's okay. It's okay.
And initially, I didn't pay that much attention to it. Yeah. I was just getting there. For me was, the challenge and but as I progressed and I could see, I never thought a standard was actually that something I would be able to do. And now I can see those numbers not too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Very cool.
We set up a tape measure in the backyard of the house at the beach. And we were doing our
broad jumps.
Broad jumps.
Nice.
I love it.
And I'm like, damn, she can jump farther than I can. And when she hits, it's so light.
Yeah.
I'm this Claude.
She's got some good jumping mechanics
She's got the proper jumping mechanics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Well, that sucks. She's like, I got to have something on you.
Yeah.
And you did all that gymnastic stuff when you were a kid.
Just a little.
Yeah. Well, it must have stuck.
You're not competitive, are you, Dennis? Not at all.
Why do you say that?
Yeah. My only thing that I can say I'm better at, Matt, than for sure is ski bowling. I don't think he's ever beat me at it. Like the arcade game.
Oh.
You roll the ball up. I know he can never beat me in that, but everything else.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's okay
Have you
with it.
come
Like
to
that one
accept it?
thing.
Yeah.
You can beat me in everything else
Yeah.
but that.
But flexibility,
Yeah.
I have it all over Dennis.
There you go.
But
Yeah. Like a single leg deadlift. Oh my God. She's like, my leg doesn't even go that way.
I love it. I love it. Well, to close us off, if you could go back and give yourself a piece of advice to your 30-year-old self, what would that piece of advice be?
Health advice.
Health advice. Yeah.
Advice.
Yeah.
Health advice.
Yeah.
My 30-year-old self or my 20-year-old self would have been the same bit of advice. It's way easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape.
Nice.
It's way easier. If you're like right now, if I go backwards from this, if I took a month off, it would take 3 or 4 months to get back to where I'm at right now. It's like, just stick with it.
Yeah.
Stick with it.
So be
And
consistent.
sometimes we're not always here, but you can find
a way.
the TRX band travels anywhere.
Mhm.
And so that's a lot of things that you could do strength wise. And it took me a long time to fall in love with walking because I really like riding my bike. And when, I had that health scare a couple of years ago and they pulled me off the bike for a while and I got to walk. You notice a lot of cool things when you're walking.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-mile walk from our house. Well, it's 1 mile to the beach and then another mile to the pier.
Okay.
And I used to think the beach was always the same. But if you walk it enough, it's different. It's different every day. There's something different that washes up. There's something different. Sometimes you'll see some dolphins out there in the ocean. So walking's all right.
Yeah.
in addition to physically feeling better, being active and lifting has helped me mentally. And, when my kids were young, that would have been awesome to be able to do and participate in. And those are the things that I wish I had done when I was younger.
Yeah. So you wish you had done strength training and been
Absolutely.
more active. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for being on the podcast today.
Yeah.
Thank
was
you
fun.
guys.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was going to mention this somewhere, but Dennis actually drove all the way up to Bishop to pick me and my buddies up after a backpacking trip once. Brought us beer and sandwiches, and then drove us all the way home. He's that kind of guy. So I was
Yes.
going to try and weave that into the podcast, but I couldn't find a way. So I'm just going to put it in here as a statement at the end.
There we go. Well, that was a fun drive. It was a fun trip. I know what it's like to hike long hikes, and there is a little cafe. You guys probably stopped there, Red's Meadow. I don't know when. It's just off the John Muir Trail.
Oh, I've never been there.
Mm.
Never been to Red's Meadow.
So it's like a half a mile. It's in Mammoth. It's about a half a mile off of the John Muir Trail. There's a little place called Red's Meadow.
Oh, okay.
And they run pack animals out of there, but they also have the most awesome shakes in the world. And when my daughter and I were on the JMT, we took that little detour and damn near didn't go back on the trail.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh,
So you did the John Muir Trail with your daughter.
mhm.
That's awesome.
Well, I did half of it with my daughter because
Okay.
I had done half of it as a young man, right before
Okay.
veterinary school.
Okay.
And then she's like, Dad, you got to finish.
Yeah.
Dad, you got to finish. So we did it in 3 parts.
Okay.
So I finished it by doing it in 3 parts. Fat Dennis did the first third. Skinny Dennis did the middle third. And Fat Dennis did the last third.
Wow.
So
which was the easiest?
The middle third.
Okay.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, yeah. And I'm not sure I have any more long distance hikes in me. I know I can do it, but it is so nice to like hike up Bishop Pass or hike up Paiute Pass and do whatever you're doing and then turn around and hike back and sleep in a bed. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to use the cabin.
Yeah. I've fallen in love with sleeping in a hammock when we're backpacking. It is I sometimes sleep better in that than I do in a bed. I don't know if it just like, lulls you to sleep because you like slightly swing, but you can't always use hammocks when you're backpacking, depending on if there's trees, but it is nice. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Great. Well, thanks again for coming.
All right.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.